Hello, pastor and or elders or committee or subcommittee, or if you're Presbyterian, the session, or Presbytery, the Senate or General Assembly. Lots of layers with the Presbyterians. Thank you for spending just a moment with me to share with you what we will not and what we will do if you allow us to come into your church with our Joy in the Home conference. Here's what we're not going to do. We're not going to parachute in like a bunch of TV and radio hotshots, teaching your people what to do, and then leaving town with a bag of money. We know better. I have learned throughout the years we are just a TV and a radio show. It is the local church where it happens. Pastor, I don't know how you do it. Honestly, we get emails from people out in radio or TV land who are busted up. Their marriages are dissolving. Their kids are prodigals. There's drugs and alcohol and sexual issues. And we can't help them. We can't do it. We're just a TV and a radio show. It is the local church, the local shepherds, the local elders who can. It's Jesus' plan, so we know our place. But let me tell you what we are going to try to do. We are going to try to support what you have been preaching for years. I have to tell you, this isn't 10 cool new ways to save your marriage by next Tuesday. We're basically going to be trying to share with your flock and people from the community, if you invite them in, the same thing, Pastor, you've been preaching at them for years, just perhaps with a different voice from a slightly different angle where they'll go, oh, that's what Pastor's been talking about for years. How the gospel applies to marriage and parenting. That's all we want to do. We want to teach about the cross applied to family life. We just did these two products, our Joy in the Home series with Dr. Ted Tripp and with Rick Thomas. And I think this one little nugget will give you an example of what we want to bring to your church. When a Christian couple fights, one Christian sins against the other Christian. The other Christian basically responds by chilling out or getting angry or yelling at or abandoning ship, going to the mall or into the tool shed if it's a fella, basically punishing the other spouse for his or her sins. Now here's what they're doing. They're basically saying to God, Lord, I know you punished Jesus for my spouse's sins, but I don't think it was enough. I'm going to punish her some more. And we confuse the gospel. We make a mess of it. We want to teach spouses to run to the cross together where forgiveness actually exists, because it is the cross that brings a husband and wife together and brings joy in the home. We want to teach your people, hey, if you're going to sin and fight, go ahead and do that. But let me just move you to a new location. Let me move you to the foot of the cross. Argue with the cross between you. Now go ahead and have at each other. Now you just try to fight with the cross between the two of you, because it is the cross that will remind people that in Christ fighting shouldn't happen, because we're just two sinners trying to grow in holiness to get to the finish line. That's what we want to teach your people. That's it. That's it. Nothing new. So when we leave, you can continue to just keep doing the same thing you're doing, bringing them the gospel applied to life, and not have to go, oh, well, what did the guys say when they came to town? No. We are about the gospel because you are about the gospel, and we simply hope that you will allow us to come in and bring the gospel to your church so that people from the community that you invite in, this is a great outreach event, will hear the gospel and get saved, that your flock will be encouraged, that marriages will be saved or strengthened, that souls will be won, and that God will be glorified. So thanks for considering it. We would love to help you in your mission.